My time spent at work, I like to just be thinking about work. So, I mean, outside of life, it's true. When you're off, everything kind of revolves around what you have to do at work, because you do have to, make sure you get to bed, get a good night's sleep, eat right, things like that. What's really helped me is kind of integrating stuff I do outside of work with work. In other words, at the last company I worked for, I would go and surf after work with a bunch of my colleagues, or even the VPs and the managers above me. We'd go and golf on the weekends, run at lunch, and for me that really helped kind of bond my social life with my work life. I'm not saying that that should only be you should only have friends at work or anything like that, but it made going to work that much easier. And of course, when you do little activities like that at lunch, it really frees up your mind. And
being a pre-med, you have to study so much. And it's, actually to the point where, like, this year, my goal is to find more balance and to be, to just at least have more me time where I can work out or exercise or whatever. But I think the reason when I answered before that balance is my fear is because, now I do see that, like, when you have something that you're so passionate about, you can get really, really wrapped up in it and forget about, just taking care of yourself. And so I'd say in my job, I definitely think about it a lot and work outside of class a lot.
I'm constantly thinking about my job a lot more than maybe necessary, whether or not something was done correctly, whether or not the social dynamics at work, not in terms of going out socially, but more the dynamics of, okay, this person and that person and all these sort of criteria. But where my passions lie stems into my work, where I'm very concerned with community outreach and what's going on in the community and doing service. And I've heard of corporations that value service enough that they're giving their employees time off and that sort of thing, which just sounds like a dream far more than some of these other HR-style perks. But fortunately, working in produce, my other passion is cooking, and so that's always part of it is, we have new squash at the farm stand, and which I'll do my plug is everyone should go out to Carmel Valley and see our organic kitchen. It's wonderful. We have squash for days. I get to play with delicata squashes and carnivals, and my friends and I do these crazy dinners where we cook for hours and make far too much food for the amount of people, but it's wonderful.
I probably don't spend that much of my day actually thinking about or sometimes doing work. And I would never admit this on an interview, so if I was to ever be interviewing with any of you in the future, I'm not going to be saying any of this.
Well, for me, I think the competing things in my life, work, because I spend so many hours there. The other thing would be my relationships with people, with family, with friends. So I think that being in a workplace where you have a lot of people like you that you get along with and can interact with outside of work socially, like without talking about work, like that's important too. That makes me enjoy work more. Because relationships, like, I don't know, at the end of the day, you don't want to think about work and money and things that you stress you out. You just want to be close to people you enjoy being with.